All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well, and I'd like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in the 1/3, and Adawan Ratazah. This lesson will be edifying, as well as exhorting, and as well as comforting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. And the Wada, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And, Adawan Ratazah, I'm going to title it, Are Ye Able to Drink of This Cup? Or Not All Can Drink from That Same Cup. Something along those lines. But I was reading into Matthew 20 the other day, as well as going into the book of Acts. And, I found something very spiritual about an account that took place between Yahushai and some of his disciples. And then we later see in the book of Acts something happening to one of his disciples who he was speaking to, that's found in the book of Matthew. So I just want to go into that. I just got some quick downtime. I'm out in Babylon, so excuse me. I normally like to do my lessons at home, but I'll just say too, at the end of the day, the work must be done, whether we're home, out and about. But the Wadi Yabashim Shai, I got a few moments. So let me just jump right into this. As you see, I just got two precepts pulled up. So what I want to do, let's go to Matthew's 20. Okay, real quick. And I want to show you something that I found very spiritual, okay, pertaining to an account that's told in the book of Acts, okay? And at the end of the day, for us, humbly speaking, us sincere brothers, okay, that are truly seeking Yahweh Bashmel Shai while he may be found in truth and in sincerity, this is where our mind is geared to or geared towards in this walk, in this truth. And, that thought or that mindset may not necessarily be in the beginning, but if you are being guided and moved by Yahweh Bashmel Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash, through the men he set up, that message will be conveyed to you and it will resonate with your spirit, especially when tribulation, afflictions, and suffering takes place. Now, since I said that, real quick, let's just get Luke. Let me snag this real quick. Luke 21. Okay, I do not like making statements or speaking without pulling a precept out first. Luke 21:19. In your patience or in your suffering possesses ye your souls. Real quick, let's just see what this word patience means. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this lesson quick. Like I said, I just got a few minutes. Jake's on the plantation. But just because we're working for the man don't mean we still don't work for the Lord. Let's see. Patience. I'm going to see what that says. Steadfast. Oh, let's see. Endurance. Okay. Endurance. In the New Testament, the characteristic of a man. The characteristic of a man. So what this truth does is it's character development. Okay. This is why the scriptures say, who can lay charge to the Lord's elect? Do not allow what old man did. Don't allow people to use old man for the new man you're becoming. Okay. Do not allow what the old man did to ruin who the new man is becoming. The outward man perishes, the inward man's renewed day by day. These are things that are constantly going through our minds, because not only are we in a captivity physically, we are in a captivity masculinity is in captivity, our spirit and our mental is in captivity here. So this truth is building us to be men, and not just men, but men in the eyes of Yahweh Bashmel Shai. It says in the New Testament, the characteristic of a man who is not swerved from his deliberate purpose. So you have to have a purpose. You cannot just know you're an Israelite and now you're just looking for a wife. I'm just looking to fellowship. I'm just looking to be here. No. The kingdom of heaven is as a long journey. So the purpose is to get to the kingdom of heaven by following the journey that's been spiritually laid before us. All right. It says, and his loyalty to faith This is all the definition for the word patience. Loyalty to faith and piety by even the greatest trials and sufferings. Wow, that's powerful. See? So we go through trials, situations, but those aspects of loyalty being a part of our character, being fearing of Yahweh Shemel Shai, that's a part of our character. While these tribulations have allowed those characteristics to arise, now the character of who we are is developing, and now the characteristics that are developing are now becoming a personality trait, because it's becoming a habit, because you're going through things and you're applying what we're being told in the spirit, what we're being told in the scriptures. Okay, so I just wanted to make that quick point. Now let's go back. So let's compare and contrast. So Matthew's 20. Now I want to start at 17, and there's in particular reason why I want to start at 17, and you'll see, because pertaining to after this account we read in verse 20, this account needs to be addressed because a conversation arose after this. All right, so just follow with me. Matthew's 20 and 17. And Yahweh Shai, okay, if this was IUIC, they would read this and just say Jesus, but we're not operating or move like that in the spirit. So it says, and Yahweh Shai, going up to Jerusalem, took the 12 disciples apart in the way and said unto them, this is, he's exhorting them, okay, Lord Yahweh Shai, all right, Adawan Yahweh Shai is exhorting his men. He's putting them on, like now we are being put on, all right, it's a term Jake says in New York, but we're being put on through the Holy Spirit, by Yahweh Shemel Shai, through the apostles and elders and camp leaders and brothers and those that have had experiences to what we need to know what to expect. So the sheep is not left in dark. The sheep is not plugging their nose and blindly eating off the plate of prophecy, hoping that what they're randomly eating tastes well. No, you're knowing the ingredients, you're knowing what you're supposed to eat, you're knowing who's cooking it. Okay, all this is all happening for the perfecting of the saints. Okay, remember, there is a wedding that's getting ready to take place. Okay, so everything that we're going through is ultimately preparing us for, Yahweh Shemel Shai. It says, behold, red letter, behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man, referring to Yahweh Shai, shall be betrayed unto the chief priests and unto the scribes, and they shall condemn him to death. But remember, this had to happen, okay? This had to happen. Yahweh Shai had to be the sacrificial lamb. So now with us being living sacrifices, there are necessary things that we have to go through, okay? In particular, brothers go through in particular things, okay? But at the end of the day, if the Lord is dealing with you, you're going to drink of that cup. What you need to keep praying for is that you're able to drink it, that you are worthy to drink it, that you will remain steadfast and patient. Remember that word patient while drinking it, okay? Because a lot of other men are going to falter by the wayside. Now, real quick, just a quick example, because I only got two precepts, but I'm just getting what's given to me. When you go to Mark, the 4th chapter, Yahweh Shai spoke about the parable pertaining to how, in particular, Israelites would react to in particular problems that are going to happen in this truth. If you want to denounce Yahweh Shemel Shai because of a little personal situation you had, the scriptures say if he faints in the day of adversity is because ultimately his faith is weak. So you will go through things just so in the spirit, the watching, okay, of Yahweh Shemel Shai in the spirit realm, if you will, you're being watched to see how you're going to react. Look at Job, okay? Look at how Job reacted. It said he didn't sin with his mouth, because you can't look and think that you're going to be judged because demons are saying demonic things in your head. The point is you're rebuking them. You're not acting them out. You're not giving into them. That's what matters. That's why I said the Most High look at the inward. So, for us to be judged based off where our mind is towards the Lord, that is a blessing compared to being judged, to what this flesh will do. Because what did Apostle Paul say? The things that I want to do, I can't. And the things that I don't want to do, I do. So we're already wrapped in sinful flesh. So we can't be looking at the actions of this flesh or this fleshly mind as a condemnation to us in the spirit. Okay, this is all things that just need to happen. So when you go into Mark 4, I'm just going to jump down to when he's breaking the parable down. Because one, remember, I believe it's Psalm 78, but Yahushua said he was coming to speak in parables. But also, this because it wasn't set up for everyone to receive the simplicity of Yahushua. Hence why he spoke in parables to the wicked Pharisees or wicked Sadducees or even the wicked scribes, because, they were trying to catch him in his words, trying to find a way to condemn him. So he spoke in a manner of parables, not only fulfilling prophecy, but because they weren't set up to receive the simplicity of Yahushua that we are receiving right now. Okay, so when you go down into it, Mark 4:10, it says, and when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12 asked of him the parable. So now Yahushua is explaining the parable that you can reread up. And what I want to do is I just want to go down right here to the explanation, and I just want to share one of them with you. So right here, let's just do this one. Mark 4:16, it says, and these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word immediately received it with gladness, which is basically 95% of any Jake's natural reaction to finding out they're an Israelite, they're chosen. But then now they may receive, oh, good, oh, shalom, oh, my Jew, right? But then what? And have no root in themselves. So yeah, hell yeah, that's me. I'm Judah. Yup, that's it. That's good. But then when you start hearing about certain things and certain judgments and, taking the low, Proverbs 15, humility before honor, righteous man fall, being betrayed by family, parents, kinfolk, losing job, opportunity, children, all these things, all these things just start happening after the other. Car trouble, strange things. Lost this, can't find that, ailments, aches, pains, can't get out of bed, knees weak, just feeling through. Not everyone can handle that walk, brothers. Not everyone can deal with what you're dealing with, brothers. Not everyone can go through that and still keep pushing and teaching out there in sincerity, still just hoping they're of the elect. Not even saying, yeah, this is me, this is who I am. No. Still taking the low. That's a different walk. That's a different cup. Not everyone is set up to drink from that table. Remember, King David said, which you can correlate that with Isaiah 6, let their table be made a snare. So you got Jake that can't drink from this cup because he can't spiritually handle his drink, So it says, look, have no root in themselves. So the Lord puts us through things that have us rooted. Remain steadfast, unmovable, rooted. He should be like a tree planted by waters, rooted. Not everyone could drink of that cup. It says, and have no root in themselves, and so endure for a time afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. See? Immediately they are offended. And then what? Cast away. And then here today and just gone tomorrow. That is majority of the Israelites that are knowing who they are today. Majority of them are just here today to be gone tomorrow. Remember, 2/3 are more than 1/3. So now going back, this is Matthew's 20 and 18. Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man shall be betrayed unto the chief priests and unto the scribes, and they shall condemn him to death, and shall deliver him to the Gentiles to mock and to scourge and to crucify him. And the third day he shall rise again. See, that third day. So Yahushua is already letting it be known that he's going to be betrayed. Any of you brothers, you don't want to be betrayed. I don't want to be betrayed, but that is on the board of what we're drinking from. Being betrayed, being lied to, being locked up, being put to death, being scoffed at, being mocked. These are things that are a part of that cup that has been presented, but not all can drink of it. Okay? And it says, now look, verse 20. So Yahushua said all that, but then look, here comes the mother of the sons of Zebedee, which the mother of the sons of the Zebedee, there's two brothers, which was James, Zebedee, and John, his brother, which they were a part of the 12. There was more than one James that was a part of the 12. Okay, now check this out. Now, immediately right after Yahushua made this heavy statement, okay, you got to think about that. Like hearing that, the man you've been following, he's letting you know he's about to be betrayed and then put to death. Death? Come on. That's serious. This is serious. This walk is serious. Okay? Not a lot of, what did Elder Pastor Gabar say? Elder Pastor Har, that not every Israelite understands what they're involved in. They don't understand what they're involved in, and it never fully hit me till of late when, the elders are going into these lessons, and I'm looking like, because you can't always judge the world based off how you feel. You can't look at another Jake and think that he's ready to die for this like you are, okay? You can't look at every Jake and look at him that he's making the same sacrifice as you, all right? You can't do that, okay? And it says, verse 20, right after Yahushua made this heavy statement, this prophetic, heavy, sobering statement, then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing from him. But of course, what Israelite mother, okay, ain't gonna want something for her sons, So this is a very sincere moment, all right, but it's very sobering at the same time. There's times when sincere simplicity needs to happen so we can gain a broader experience of wisdom out of it. Okay. And verse 21, and he said unto her, what will thou? She saith unto him, grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on thy right hand and the other on the left in thy kingdom. What mother wouldn't want that for her sons, with believing that Yahushua is the Son of Man, the Savior, who has been prophetically sent? Of course she's going to want that for her sons. And of course you, as being Israelite, are going to want that as well. At the end of the day, you're going to want to sit with Yahweh Shemel Shai, meaning you're going to want to be of the first fruit. You're going to want to be of the elect. But also part of the cup is knowing that many are called and few are chosen. Knowing that this is only for the predestinated. And then ultimately, after knowing all that, you still stand here with a mindset of faith, and that faith is rock solid through what? Hope. A man is saved by hope. See that, brothers? This is why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. Because after all that, and knowing that you potentially could not be a part of that number, you're still right here. And you're still pushing forward. And with the mindset of that the Lord is with me. And that is what faith, and that is what hope, it keeps a man. See? Like it says, this a strong spirit will sustain a man in his infirmities, but a wounded spirit, who can bear it? So you got to understand, brothers, this is a very heavy thing that we're involved in the mindset with our spirit that's keeping us pushing forward, even with the falls, And it says, check this out. But Yahushua kept it real. But Yahushua answered and said, ye know not what ye ask. Oh, man. Ooh, in this walk, I'm a young brother, but in this walk of my own personal walk, hearing Yahushua say that and looking back just at past situations going through or dealing with, not even speaking about what's to come in the future, but just with that mindset, you kind of go, ooh, humbly speaking, to a degree, you can say, we know where he's coming from. Humbly speaking, we know where he's coming from, because it says, who the Lord loveth, he chasteth, okay? And what son will he not chasten that he's received, unless you be a bastard? So you to be in this truth, it's not going to be Mr. Superstar, Mr. Purple and Gold, Mr. Perfect wife, perfect life. It's going to be quite contrary, the opposite, because what the suffering does, it keeps us close to Yahweh Shemel Shai, That's why Apostle Paul said, when I am weak, I am strong. And that's a very true statement. But the only way to understand that's a true statement is you have to go through a level of weakness. through the level of tribulation and being tried and being purged. See, there's certain precepts that cannot cleave to you unless you have gone through it yourself. Hence why you don't hear Christians go into, a lot of these precepts that we're pulling out, because those letters weren't directed to them, because they're not going through what those recipients of that letter went through. And it says, are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of? See? So Yahweh Shai is saying, can you go through what I went through? Can you deal with what I am dealing with and have to deal with? That's a heavy cup to pick up, man. That's a heavy cup to drink. That's why at Passover, we acknowledge Yahweh Shai's blood being shed for our remission of sin. And that's why we drink that yayan at the Passover, man. Whew. It says, are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of? So that's a question. Can you drink of the same cup that Yahweh Shai has drank of? Because we see the glory that he received after drinking of that cup. And that's the mindset we have with that cup being presented before us. But we humbly go before Yahweh Basham Shai, because, this is a very heavy cup to drink from. Okay, it's a very heavy cup to drink from. And many men have failed in attempting to drink of that cup. So we just have to remain humble, but understand what you're going through is not to overthrow you, but to grow you. Okay. And it says, and to be baptized with the baptism that I'm baptized with, man, it says he was marred more than any other man. Okay. So having the mindset of the easy way out will not get you into the kingdom. Having the mindset of the easy way out, sneaking by, will not get you there. You have to face it head on. As they say, look death in the eye. Apostle Paul did. Then he said, oh, death, where is thou sting? It says, they say unto him, look, and then the brothers, look what the brothers said. They're zealous. They're zealous. They're just zealous. They're zealous. They say unto him, we are able. So they told Yahweh Shai they're able. Now, these two brothers are who? James and John. Okay, so I just want that to be known. The two brothers right here are James and John. And since I said that, let's actually just go real quick into the interlinear. And I want to show you that real quick. Okay, so let's go down to this word Zebedee. All right, and right here, Matthew 4:21. And going on from thence, he saw other two brethren, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, in a ship with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets, and he called them. See? So right here, we see that the sons of Zebedee are James and John. Okay, so I just want that to, emphasize that. Okay, so now let's go back. Now check this out. Verse 23, and he saith unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup. See, so Yahweh Shai saying, hey, you're going to go through it too. Okay, so you in this walk, if the Lord is dealing with you, then we are going to be going through in particular situations that are going to be needful for us in our baptism. Okay, and the purging process and our servitude. Okay, because we are about our Father's business, right? That's why it says what happens, take cheerfully when you're brought to a low estate. So there's a lot of things that men of the Lord are going through, but ultimately it's just for a test so they can show their faith towards Yahweh Shai Shai. See? Look, ye shall drink indeed of my cup. Okay, so that cup is meant for the men of the Lord to drink as well. And be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. Now, Yahweh Shai went through much suffering, and then ultimately he was sacrificed. So there are men in this walk that will partake in a martyrdom. Okay, precious in the eyes of the Lord is the death of his saints. So there are certain, but there's also certain men that will not see death. Okay, but we're going up to this cup manfully, to the best of our ability. I'll say that, humbly speaking. And be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with, but to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall. Because remember, Yahweh Shai said, the men that thou hast given me. So at the end of the day, our hope ultimately is that we are the predestinated spirits of Yahushai's men from the beginning that was set up to be delivered in the last days to be the first fruit of the elect. Okay, that only is given by Yahweh. So I pray to Yahweh Shem Shai that I'm written in the book of life. And I know you brothers feel the same way. And it says, but to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, right? Because he said, ye shall sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. Okay, so right here is an account of Yahushai letting it be known about his men are going to have to drink of that cup, right? Now I want to go to Acts, the 12th chapter, and show you the same man, one of the men he was speaking to, the same disciple that Yahushua was speaking to, that he said he would drink of that cup. And he asked first if they're able, and they said that they were able. And he said, you will drink this cup, and you will be baptized. One of those men was one of the first disciples to be put to death under Herod. To me, I found that so heavy. This is Acts 12:1. Now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. So he was decapitated. Like they say in history, Apostle Paul was decapitated. Now, we could do a quick search. I don't want to pull up Google because sometimes when I pull up Google, it takes authority over my microphone. So then my mic goes blank of the screen recording. But I do want to mention a fun fact. They say that Apostle Paul was also beheaded by axe or sword, but that was under the commission of Nero. But now you got Nero back in office, and then you got Revelations 20:4 that said those will be beheaded. So let's read that. Okay, so right here, I just want to pull this point back out. Right here in Matthew 20, Yahushua told these brothers that they would drink of that cup, and a part of that cup is to be a living sacrifice, but that could also lead to you being literally sacrificed. Okay, and James, one of the first disciples, right here, James, the brother of John of Zebedee, he got put to death. Now before him, Stephen got put to death, but Stephen wasn't a part of the 12. But here is a disciple that's a part of the 12 disciples of Yahushua, who he had this conversation with in time past, and he said they would drink of that cup. And right here in Acts 12, that cup was drank, and it led to James being a martyr for Yahweh Shem Shai. I just found that to be very powerful. So let me just end it off on Rev 20. Got to get back to the plantation. Okay, Revelations 20. So I want to make this point real quick, going into the martyrdom. Okay, which there's more scriptures on that. Was that First Maccabees 7:7? Yeah, I think it's First Maccabees 7:7 or Second Maccabees 7:7, going into the seven brothers. You know, Revelations 20:4. It says, see, it said right hand and left, and I saw thrones, right, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded, like James, like Apostle Paul, which in the Roman times, a Roman citizen was beheaded because it was a more respectable way to die, basically. And Apostle Paul was a Roman citizen. It says, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with the Mashiach 1,000 years. See, so there are in particular believers that their lot will be to be martyred, okay? Be martyred for Yahweh Shem Shai, be put to death for this truth, for Yahushua, for the word, which the word became flesh, who is Yahushua, for not receiving the mark, for not bowing down to this system, okay? But then it says they would reign with the Mashiach 1,000 years, meaning they would be a part of the first fruit or first generation, and they saw the very first day of our kingdom and forevermore, because all John is referring to here is the first day, 1,000 years as one day. So this was John seeing the first day in the kingdom. And you know who we saw there? The elect, and not and out of the elect, within those that got delivered, but those that got put to death for Yahweh Bashim Shai, and that is of the elect as well. And that's why I said the death shall rise first. So I just want to do that quick lesson. I pray it was comforting, enlightening, exhorting, and I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.